All right, so welcome back to another review. I'm going to be doing a review of a Shudder original release that came out yesterday. I just didn't have time to watch it because Chris and I were going to the Museum of Natural History, so I didn't really have time for it. So I'm going to be reviewing Bodycam. Basically, this is a found footage movie, like I said, from Shudder, and it's from someone who had done a film I really liked called Night of the Reaper. So I was really curious to see what they were going to do next. Like, what was the next big. What was like the next big step for this, for this director, Braden Christensen, I believe the name is. So, found footage movies for me can go either way. I'm I'm not one of those people who's like, oh boy, a new found footage movie, or oh great, another found footage movie. I'm more in between than anything else. That's kind of my thing. Is I am more of the in between variety, and I basically am like, if it's good, then if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. The gimmick, the gimmick doesn't matter to me. If it's found footage or not, all I care about is if the movie is good or not. So was the movie good or not? Well, let's talk about that. So the movie basically focuses on two officers who get a call. Things go wrong inside this abandoned house, and one of the officers, Brent, I believe his name is, doesn't really matter. He kills a homeless guy and his baby. This leads to the wife cutting her throat, and the two officers try to cover it up because they're like, if this gets out, then I'm done, my family's done, all that. And here I am thinking, dude, you're a white cop in a metropolitan city. The most they're going to do is give you suspension with pay. That's not me being like cruel or anything. That's just me knowing how the American police system works. So, yeah. Also, when you really look at it, like the whole thing of him shooting the guy, when you watch it, you're like, even if you want to defend that action, it's like, well, the guy came at him. He was hiding something, didn't know what it was. And he was backed up against a hole in the ground. No one would convict him, even if it was revealed. So yeah, the plot's kind of paper thin there. But what happens is, after that event, the two officers are plagued by a supernatural force, by a being known only as the Underman. And the Underman is essentially just a big underground demon who looks really bad, who has really bad CGI. That's the gist of it. That's the Underman for you. The Underman is looks awful. The CGI looks awful, and there are moments in here where they try to use CGI on this small budget, and boy, howdy, does it not work. Like, it's straight up, in no way, shape, or form, really feels... It feels like PS2 level graphics in some cases. Neither Jackson or Bryce, yeah, that's the officer's name, Bryce, are really compelling characters. They're kind of surface level, and the Underman himself isn't really a well thought out threat. You see, what I think would have worked better for this scenario for the Underman, rather it be a demon with unknown reasoning as to why he controls the homeless population and why he's so feared and where he gets and all that. I was kind of hoping it would be like a dark sorcerer or something. We don't really get a lot of like urban sorcerers. And I think the movie would have done better if instead of a demon, it was an actual dude. Because that way you could say like, oh, this guy practices dark magic and that's how he controls all these people, rather than be some demon who can do various things but have no real clear reason as to why he's doing it. Here you could say like, oh, the dude is just like, he's like the Hood from Marvel Comics. So if it was a dude, I think I would have liked it way better, if I'm being honest. If it was just a guy who was like an evil wizard, or something, because I think that would have been a little more interesting. But yeah. The found footage also is fine. I think it's told from, of course, as the title would suggest, it's told from the body cams of these officers as they're like trying desperately to like survive the events that are going on around them. Um, the film has some solid set pieces here and there, and I will admit, for while they have bad CGI, the moments they use them are admittedly kind of cool. Like there's a scene where one of the officers is like driving and trying to escape the underman's powers, and also like trying to get him to come to him. It's actually kind of cool. They do kind of tease the idea that one of the officers, Jerome's mom, has magic of her own, but that doesn't really go anywhere. I feel like that's the other thing, is that this movie really had really wanted to be like something like Warlock or Lord of Illusions, but then it changed at the last minute to be like a demon thing. Um, at least that's what it feels like to me, where it feels more like we just wanted to do it, we just decided to do generic monster and have bad CGI while doing that. So that's how I just kind of feel with this film. It's not great. There is two really good solid scenes in the film that are actually genuinely creepy, but for the most part, this movie was just kind of like pretty boring, if I'm being honest. Like, if for an hour and 15 minutes, it felt way longer. You know what I mean? Like, it genuinely felt way longer than a film like this should be. But yeah. But for what it's worth, if you want to check it out, it's on Shudder. If you have Shudder, give it a look there. But yeah, Bodycam, it's kind of skippable. Anyway, so once again, so yeah. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the multiverse.